Welcome to the Know, I'm Ashley Jenkins. The NES Classic has been flying off store shelves faster than Nintendo can get it restocked, so it only makes sense yesterday they decided to kill it off. That's right. After discontinuing production for the NES Classic in Europe earlier this year, they are now killing production in North America as well. According to a statement from Nintendo, the last shipments for the NES Mini in North America will happen this month, and then after that, it's gone, no more. Nintendo wrote, "We understand that it has been difficult for many consumers to find a system, and for that, we apologize. We have paid close attention to consumer feedback, and we greatly appreciate the incredible level of consumer interest and support for this product. That's why we're killing it." They went on to say they had no plans to make it a long-term product in the first place. In addition to discontinuing it in America, the company also said they are temporarily halting production in Japan as well, but only temporarily, so goodbye, extremely profitable product. Classic Nintendo. The last time we saw a restock on the Best Buy website, everyone in the Know office completely glomped on the site trying to get one. I managed to, super happy about it now, extra happy now that I know I'm probably not gonna get another chance so I can play all the super old games again. God, you got me again, Nintendo. Move over, Guerrilla Games, you've got a new challenger. Guerrilla's Horizon Zero Dawn set the new industry standard for graphics on console, and now Naughty Dog says they want to beat them at their own game. During an interview between Naughty Dog creative director Neil Druckmann and Guerrilla director Herman Holst, Druckmann said he was totally staggered by Horizon Zero Dawn and couldn't figure out how they were hitting some of the game's technical achievements. Druckmann said, "You better believe I'm going to my team and I'm saying, like, okay, this is the bar now, we have to top this." Druckmann is most likely referring to Naughty Dog's next big game in development, The Last of Us 2. So, when it comes out, you can thank Horizon Zero Dawn for how nice it looks. You know, whenever that is. We have no idea how long it's gonna be, but it's gonna look great when it gets here. If you thought CD Projekt trademarking the term cyberpunk so other video games can't use it in their titles was a little bit concerning, and not everyone did think it was concerning, some people did. It looks like they're not the only ones though. Apparently the author who originally coined the phrase, not a big fan of the move either. Author Bruce Bethke, who put the term on the map thanks to a short story of the same name released in 1980, has now offered some of his thoughts on the matter. When asked for comment about the situation by World Trademark Review, Bethke said he didn't like what CD Projekt was doing because trademarks depend on context. He went on to say, "I do rather wish someone from CD Projekt Red would contact me though to clarify a few of my concerns." After that, he offered, "I really wish that just once someone would offer me an enormous fucking pile of money to lay hands upon them and pronounce them the one true purveyor of cyberpunk." And you know what? I appreciate his honesty because who doesn't want that? We all kind of want to be the Pope. He's a pretty good Pope this time around. Gamers dogpiled on Nintendo for releasing an underpowered Switch console, but some recent tests of a multi-platform game actually showed the Switch holding its own just a little bit. Digital Foundry did one of their famed tech tests on LEGO City Undercover, the former Wii U title recently released on Switch, PS4, and Xbox One. According to their test, the Switch version of the game holds up well against PS4 from a performance standpoint, and even runs at a higher resolution than the game on Xbox One. Obviously, some of the visuals are dialed back a little bit on the Switch because, yes, it's doing a great job, but we do understand that the horsepower is not there, but Digital Foundry reports that the Switch version actually contains some nice performance surprises, like less pop-in. And they also added the caveat that the Xbox One version, while running at a lower resolution, still looked better than it did on the Switch. However, the fact that the Nintendo version is seemingly pumping out more pixels than Xbox One is something we didn't expect to see going in. So that's good news so far for people out there who were curious about how the Switch handles games released on more powerful consoles and how it's gonna hold up overall. Xbox gamers are pretty excited that Microsoft is trialing a new digital refund program for Xbox, but not all developers are too enthused about it at the moment. Dear Esther and Everybody's Gone to the Rapture developer Chinese Room has spoken out against the idea of getting a refund for a game you've played for 2 hours. Possibly because their games, you can play a pretty significant chunk of their games in 2 hours. The developer tweeted, "Bit depressed about Xbox jumping on the 2-hour refund, bollocks, arsehole, why, you fools." Very official statement. They followed that up with, "It's really simple. Refunds should operate off a percentage of game completed. Simple, fair, representative. This 2-hour thing is just cock." They also pointed out that you can finish about half of Silent Hill 2 in 2 hours if you really wanted to. There's an argument there about trialing a percentage of a game. It's something that's been considered as well as a possible alternative. Well, not necessarily by Xbox or by Steam, but by the gaming community. But that would make trials for very short games minutes long, so it doesn't address all of the issues. It just goes to show you that the issue by no means solved, but hopefully Microsoft, Steam, and other platforms will be able to experiment with it a little bit more in the future and find something that works for everyone. Gotta catch them all! Dollars, that is. I mean, you can catch the Pokemon too if you want, because that'll mean they catch more dollars. Pokemon is mega evolved into an even bigger financial juggernaut than it was. The franchise made $3.3 billion in revenue last year. Billion! That's up from 2015's paltry $2.1 billion haul. As Silicon Era points out, there's a pretty reasonable explanation for why Pokemon raked in the cash in 2016, Pokemon Go, and Sun and Moon. Pokemon Go became a global phenomenon and was downloaded 650 million times, and even though it was licensed out to Niantic, the Pokemon company did see some revenue from it. Meanwhile, Sun and Moon for the 3DS became the third best-selling titles for the system of all time. Man, you know, I remember when Pikachu was just a humble little lightning rat. Now he's probably got his own mansion and guard dogs to keep us poor people away. Are video games the reason why you don't have a job? If you don't have a job. Not making assumptions. But Lifehacker is reporting that some people are more into gaming than working. Imagine that. I mean, they're not wrong. I love what I do, and I still just want to go home and play Persona. A preliminary report from economists at Princeton and 2 other universities says there's a correlation between gaming and unemployment rates for men in their 20s. Its data shows that the employment rate for young men without a college education has dropped considerably since 2000, and a lot are unmarried and live with parents or other family members. And according to the study, they're filling a lot of that free time with video games. Up to a third of the decline in work hours done by young men without a college degree is because of gaming. The idea is that games have gotten so immersive and social because of the internet, so now it's more attractive to be unemployed than ever before, because you can just game in your free time. And also, gaming is one of the more cost-effective forms of entertainment. Now, it is important to note, the study's preliminary, has yet to appear in a peer-reviewed journal, but hey, when has an academic study on video games ever been wrong? Am I right? Yeah. The first billion-dollar movie of 2017 is a musical. IGN reports that the live-action Beauty and the Beast is the highest-grossing film of the year so far, and is also the highest-grossing live-action musical of all time. And a lot of that was made in its opening weekend. It grossed $174.8 million, beating Batman v Superman's $166 million record for a March opening weekend. Beauty and the Beast also made another $180 million internationally, for an estimated total of $350 million worldwide just in its opening weekend, which was the 14th highest opening haul ever. So yeah, Beauty and the Beast is the 2017 box office champ, at least until, well, Last Jedi comes along. Yeah, that's gonna be a good one. Great trailer, right? We'll have a whole thing on that later, don't worry. Can robots be racist? Yeah, apparently racism not just for YouTube commenters anymore. The Guardian reports that an artificial intelligence tool that helps computers interpret everyday language has been showing a kind of weird side effect, and that's gender and racial biases. The AI apparently learned some subtle misogyny and bigotry based on the patterns of everyday language that we use. For instance, the words female and woman were more closely associated with arts and humanities jobs, while male and man were closer to math and engineering work. Meanwhile, the AI was more likely to associate European American names with words such as gift or happy, while African American names were more associated with unpleasant words. So yeah, it looks like not gonna be long before these robots are sending death threats to SJWs on Twitter. We all remember what happened to Tay tweets. Robots not ending well so far for anybody. Alright, that's all the news we have for you guys today. Let us know what you think of all these stories down in the comments below. Make sure you like this video so the news videos show up in your feed. And if you're new around here, you want to get news all the time, every day, and all kinds of stuff about video games and comics and movies and such, subscribe to the Now. Happy Friday, everybody! I actually had a dream last night that everyone was like, no, it's only Thursday. You still have another day of work to go. And so I had to wake up and check my phone. it was tragic because I was really worried. I was like, no, I really want to play Persona. Please tell me that I have the weekend coming. Anyway, I'll start over because that's really not relevant. But just so you know, I'm excited that it's Friday.